Hi. Let's learn about the law of demand in economics. The law of demand is a fundamental concept in economics that helps to explain how market economies allocate resources and determine the prices of goods and services. It states that the quantity purchased varies inversely with price, meaning the higher the price, the lower the quantity demanded. This is due to the law of diminishing marginal utility, which means that consumers use the first units of an economic good to serve their most urgent needs first, then each additional unit is used for successively lower valued ends. The law of demand is based on the idea that people prioritize more urgent wants and needs over less urgent ones. For example, when consumers purchase goods on the market, each additional unit of any given good or service that they buy is put to a less valued use than the one before. By adding up all the units of a good that consumers are willing to buy at any given price, we can describe a market demand curve, which is always sloping downward. In economic thinking, it's important to understand the difference between the phenomenon of demand and the quantity demanded. The term demand refers to the relationship between the urgency of consumer wants and the number of units of the economic good at hand, while the term quantity demanded refers to a point along the horizontal axis. Changes in quantity demanded strictly reflect changes in price, without implying any change in the pattern of consumer preferences. The shape and position of the demand curve can be affected by several factors, such as rising incomes, availability of close substitute products, and availability of closely complementary goods. These factors can cause changes in demand, which reflect a change in the underlying pattern of consumer wants and needs vis-a-vis the means available to satisfy them. Supply is the total amount of a specific good or service that is available to consumers at a certain price point. The law of supply is a microeconomic law stating that, all other factors being equal, as the price of a good or service rises, the quantity that suppliers offer will rise in turn. When demand exceeds the available supply, the price of a product typically will rise, and vice versa. Here are 5 key takeaways. 1. The law of demand is a fundamental principle of economics that states that at a higher price, consumers will demand a lower quantity of a good. 2. Demand is derived from the law of diminishing marginal utility, the fact that consumers use economic goods to satisfy their most urgent needs first. 3. A market demand curve expresses the sum of quantity demanded at each price across all consumers in the market. 4. Changes in price can be reflected in movement along a demand curve, but by themselves, they don't increase or decrease demand. 5. The shape and magnitude of demand shifts in response to changes in consumer preferences, incomes, or related economic goods, not usually to changes in price. Hope this would help. Thanks for watching.